Welcome everybody to this week's podcast episode for the Financial Freedom for Physicians podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Christopher Liu. And as you know, we talk about four different types of freedom: time, financial, location, and health freedom. And so today we have a creative entrepreneur in the video space. Her name is Nisee J, and she's going to talk all about entrepreneurship through video. She has a YouTube channel, so check that out, being a content creator. So Nisee J, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Lou. So great to be here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting because I'm always interested in the creatives because you want to go where the Gretzky said, go where the puck is going, not where it's been. So and creatives have always been really interesting because they are the ones that are figuring out solutions to things and finding workarounds, and so you embody that. So tell us more about your background and how you got started.
Okay, thank you. Once again, my name is Nisee J. I've been filming for about 10 years, but the first 7 years I didn't take it seriously. Um, what happened was I owned a business, a filming business with a friend of mine, and we started filming short films. And then we was like, we need to start making some money. Let's shoot music videos for our local artists in the tri-state area. So we moved into that. And the struggle with that at the time was, first of all, being a female, we had to constantly prove that we could film just as good as anybody. And what we had to do was lower our prices, and also with our first time customers, we'll do the first video for free. Now, in retrospect, I see why that didn't work, because we didn't respect ourselves enough to hold our prices to the local prices, average prices around town, and constantly giving free videos. That was a disrespect on ourselves. So if we didn't respect ourselves enough, that's why another reason why we didn't get any respect. So we constantly dealt with uh, people not paying us on time, or constantly asking for uh, lower rates, even though our rates were already low. So that's what we dealt with. But at first, it was kind of fun. It was a great learning experience, a long learning experience. But I got out of it because just every time I was on set, I'm like, something is missing. I feel like this is not the space I should be in. So after filming hundreds of music videos for rappers and singers in Florida, Alabama, Georgia, I told my friend, this isn't going to work for me, because first of all, we weren't getting along as friends, and that kind of spilled over into the business. And they say not to get in business with your friends or your family. And I really think you can, only if you all are on the same page. You all have the same goals, the same, your goals are headed in the same direction. And unfortunately, ours weren't. So I came to a point in my life where I realized I really need to change the people I hang around, change my habits, and change my way of thinking. And so I cut off all my friends, all my associates, because at the time those were the type of people that were kind of just draining me. They weren't really pouring into me. They weren't on the same path as me. I cut all them off, and then I had to learn how to be alone but not lonely. There's a difference between the two. So I had to learn to love to be alone, learn to love to be by myself. I had to change my habits. I started waking up a lot earlier. I used to think that was such a weird thing. Like, why would you want to wake up 2 hours before you go to work just to exercise and meditate? I'm like, that is so weird. I was the weird one for thinking that. I started waking up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, meditating, exercising, working on my daily goals that went into my major goal. Um, and I had to change my mindset. I dealt with insecurities and doubt, and that hindered me from making correct decisions and just getting out of my comfort zone. Because if we stay comfortable, we stay in our comfort zone, we're not going to grow. I mean, it's as simple as that. So I had to get out my comfort zone. So I dove into teaching myself how to edit with Adobe Premiere Pro, because I already know how to film, of course. I just didn't know how to edit. So once I taught myself how to edit, I put together a gaming computer to handle that type of editing. I built it all by myself. Well, my dad helped me a little bit. And once I put that together, that's when I started my YouTube page. And my YouTube page, my videos consist of, they're educational videos, but they're also entertaining. So let's say a holiday is coming up. I'll do a video on why we celebrate that holiday. Because for the most part, we hear a holiday, all we know is I get a day off from work. I don't have to work that day. But why do we celebrate the holiday? What's the history behind it? And just unveiling those truths, those history facts. And also, I highlight local music artists that have like a powerful testimony behind their music. And I'll make them entertaining, these videos, because I love green screen. I love special effects. So in my videos, I have like the words and the video moving with my hand gestures and just cool little camera tricks I'll add into that, because I understand our attention, it can be very short. So I try to keep the viewer engaged and entertained. So yeah, I was pushing out videos like every week. So during that stage of my life, I was teaching myself how to overcome my insecurities, because my excuse at the time was, I'll start my YouTube channel once I lose weight. But the weight that I am today is the same weight I was 2, 3 years ago. So I had to learn how to push aside my excuses, just do it. Um, just get in front of a camera and do it. You have the skills already, just do it. So you can't tell in any of my videos, well, I hope you can't, but every video I struggle, like I'm gripping my hands, I'm nervous, I'm tired of looking at a camera and seeing my reflection, like I'm frustrated every video. But through all that pain, I produced those videos. And then I went into creating my Nisee J logo. um I have a personal relationship with God, and I heard him say, you need to make a logo. So I said, okay, I'll find somebody on, Fiverr.com or something like that. He said, no, everything, the skills that you need to make this logo, I've already placed it inside of you. So I had an excuse. I said, well, I don't have a tablet, like an iPad. I don't have a tablet to make my logo. And then I kid you not, less than 24 hours later, my dad came up to me and he said, hey, Janice, you need a tablet? I'm buying a new one. I don't like this one anymore. So all my excuses out the window. So I started working on my logo, and I finally got my Nisee J logo together. And I started making beanies, beanies that you put on your head. But I'm really like conscious of on like protecting your body, because even some of my YouTube videos was one of the videos highlighted on the laundry detergent that we use is not healthy for our skin. Our skin is our largest organ. So with our beanies, I put a satin lining on the inside to protect the hair, because especially if you have coarse, coily hair, the cotton that we lay on our pillows or Even this hoodie I have on, the cotton, it can really damage our hair. So I made that Nisee J logo, put it on the beanie, and put the satin lining on. And during that period of my entrepreneurship, I dealt with self-doubt. When the beanies came in, all of a sudden they just looked really ugly to me. I'm like, I'm not going to sell these. Nobody's going to like these. This is stupid. So for 2 days, I wallowed in my own sadness. And then I just had to really remember my why and my who. Why am I doing this? What is my purpose? I had to remind myself that I had to trust my skills. I made this beanie, several weeks ago. So it must be good. It must look ugly right now because of my emotions and my doubt. So I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell them. So in a few weeks, they were selling like hotcakes. I put it only like sold it to like my Facebook family just to see how it would do. And they sold so fast. So yeah, that's what I did with the beanies. And going back to when I had to cut off my friends, because you can't really get better until you let go of the bad. I couldn't get good friends or good relationships until I let go of all the bad ones. And once I did that, I connected myself with a wonderful group of people from Ashton Martin Entertainment. I believe you talked with Ashton Martin a few weeks ago. And together, we're just a group of music managers, music artists, content creators who produce content that will inspire you. And we meet every week. We meet every week, which is good to be around people who kind of, iron sharpens iron. It's good to be around people who encourage you, who pour into you, you pour into their goals and their visions. And they continuously um encourage my filming and videography. I'm constantly shooting music videos for Ashton Martin. I make some of his album covers. And yeah, so it's just been a roller coaster ride with this entrepreneurship, but I wouldn't trade it for anything else.
That- That's an that's an awesome story, and uh, entrepreneurship is one of the hardest things, but it's the most rewarding. So you're in control. So if you fail, that's on you. If you succeed, it's on you. So there's nobody to blame. So and that's the beauty of it. And you create your own destiny. So it's been wonderful. I know. So you mentioned your YouTube channel, and a lot of people would be interested in following you. And how can they do that?
Yeah, you could find me on YouTube. You just search Nisee J. That's Nisee J, and they'll pop up. You'll find me.
Excellent. And for all the audience and listeners out there, Nisee J's resources will be in the links and show notes. And it's been a great journey, and it resonates, with myself, being just a creative, and just using what you have, your skills and your talents, to share with the world. So, and you embody that. So,
Thank you.
kudos to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lu.